Basketball Wives Orlando has definitely taken a change, a swift change, like Taylor Swift. Um, I'm starting to feel some things differently about some people. Wow, wow, it's gotten really dark really quickly. This show, but child, as always, let's get into it, shall we? Basketball Wives Orlando. Okay, so I'm gonna be talking about the past two episodes. Um, I'm just gonna dive right in. I have my notes with me, so if I'm looking off to the side, I may pick up my little notepad or whatever and read off of it. So the last time we talked about Orlando Basketball Wives, um, the big thing was Megan. She had her podcast, her live podcast show with Four for Black Ink Crew, who was also in a relationship with Nikki. And so Nikki had felt some kind of way. She felt slighted by Megan. And she think that Megan invited Four to be messy and stuff just to spite her. Now, I said in my review, I don't think that was the reason why she invited Four, to spite Nikki, and she didn't necessarily owe Nikki an apology or an explanation or a heads up. I said it would have been nice, but she didn't owe Nikki that. Here's what I think happened. I think Nikki was on Megan's podcast, and then so Four name was just in the air, and so she wanted to have this SEX podcast with these two other ladies, and so they was thinking about somebody they could bring, and stuff, and I'm sure Four was probably an easy guest to get because I think that Megan and Four are friends or whatever. And she, was thinking about somebody outlandish and a black man that participates in BDSM and all the things is very rare, especially being open and stuff about it. And he's also known, and so it all made sense. I think the fact that Nikki was with Four, I think that was just like a minor detail, compared to the major reason that Megan invited Four to be on the podcast. But anyway, they sat down and talked and hashed it out, and Nikki accepted Megan's apology. She agreed that she could at least give her a heads up and stuff, which is fine. So we see Nick's mom, who is adorable. Nick looks a little bit like her, but she looks more like her dad. We saw her dad on the next episode. I said, ooh, Lord, Nick looked like that man for real. But Nick is just feeling lonely. She's feeling some kind of way. Rashad, her baby daddy, he is... Wait, does she got kids by Rashad? I think so. The son. Her baby daddy / boyfriend, he had lost his brother, so he's with his family. And then, it's issues with the girl. She thought Milan was her friend, found out Milan talked crap about everybody, including Jesus. And so she just didn't know, what to do. So she's just feeling lonely. And Mama was just like, look, you do what's best for you, period. If you need to leave, then go. But just do what's best for you in this moment. Let me see. Baby, Morgan is going through it. We see Morgan's sister, and her little sister, and they talk, and Morgan is in a pretty dark place. Her baby daddy is asking to lessen the amount of child support, and Morgan's feeling some kind of way because she recently had to move into a new place because her address got leaked to him. She don't want him to know where she stays and all that kind of stuff, and he has not seen the kids in years, so she feel like, well, why try to contact now? And she's just kind of going through it. She's reaching a dark space, and stuff, and so her and her sister gets matching tattoos to just as a reminder to let each other know that when you get in a really, really dark space, to know that you have somebody that's on your side that's just a phone call away. And I thought that was lovely and sweet to see. Um, Tony is having an event, which is Ashley's husband. They're having an event for kids with autism and stuff, and she's looking for people to come, coaches and stuff to come and play ball with the kids and encourage them and blah blah blah. One of the people she ended up calling on top of Milan is Danielle. Danielle was a professional athlete, basketball player in the WNBA at one point, darling. So she wanted to ask her to be one of the volunteers. Milan and Danny have issues, but Milan and Danny and Ashley, they sat down and had a conversation. Morgan, Danielle's best friend, or good friend on this show, do not like Ashley at all. Allegedly, Ashley was the one that leaked her address to the baby daddy, Morgan's baby daddy, because she's still cool with them. And so, and in her very coy way, she admitted to it when she was sitting down talking to Mackenzie at one episode, Ashley, at the beginning. Or something or another. So yeah, Danielle was just like, look, I mean, for the kids I'll do it and it's fine. They met up at the gym at the event. It was cute. It was cute. The only thing I didn't like was that blonde wig that Danielle had on. But other than that, I liked everything else. Danielle and Mulan didn't speak, and which was fine, and it was cool. It was a nice little event. All the things that Ashley's doing, child. Let me see. What else happened? What's her name? Lindsay, the pregnant girl. She's having a girl. Congrats to her. Her man did make it down for that. Megan's man, he's super close to his family. He wants Megan to get close to his mom and stuff, and he's just all about family, and she was just like, look, I'm trying all I can. I mean, I got a couple of cousins that might be up for the job, boyfriend, but mom ain't gonna do right, It is what it is. And so even it got down to the point where she was just like, well, what if we get married and I don't want her there? And he was like, no, I'm gonna invite her. And it's nice, but if you don't really know all the ins and outs, sir, of the relationship and how deep it goes, just stay out of it, child. Please. Let me see. We have Nick and Milan. They sat and talked. Milan pretty much said all these girls was lying on her, that she never talked about Nick and blah blah blah. Yeah. Let me see. Y'all think Mackenzie gonna cook Christmas dinner for Rashad? Child, she is really up for it. Is his name Rashad? No, that's Nick's man. What is? It's some ain't it Rashad? I don't know. But anyway, Mackenzie go with the guy that Danielle used to be married to and got kids by. Well, let me see. Was that pretty much that episode? Yes. Okay, so moving on. We see Megan. Megan is talking to this lady. She wants to cleanse her body of all the bad energy, aka her mom, because she's trying to focus on having a baby with her boyfriend. And so the lady did her little thing and humming and etc. Okay. Neek, we see Neek out bowling with her mom, with her mom's girlfriend who helped raise her, and her son. And it was nice to see that scene. We found out about Neek's father, that he, had a rough life, in and out of jail. He has at least 12 plus kids, and he's been reaching out to Neek lately and vice versa, and want to seemingly connect and stuff. And Nick actually met up with him. Like I said, she looks just like him, and but obviously, pretty and all that. But they met up and talked, and he was just like, "Look, I just had a rough life. I had a difficult childhood. I didn't know how to be a dad. The streets was calling me. I don't know. My bad." One thing I can say though that I guess is kind of a relief is the fact that he did not exclude you, Neek, from being in your life. It's not like he was with his other kids and just didn't raise you alone. At least he wasn't there for all of them, which sounds horrible, but at least you wasn't, the one that he didn't do anything for, So Neek gets back home after meeting up with her dad. She talks to her boyfriend about it. He was just like, "Look, just watch him and make sure he got good intentions. That's all." And I agree with that. Because you on TV now, Neek's siblings be talking. Hey, Neek on that basketball show, right? Work, run around town, get around. It done got back to him. So just watch him, Neek. Okay. Danielle, she has basketball practice. Y'all know she's an athlete, but she's doing horrible. So much is going in her mind. Her baby daddy's taking her through it too. He's trying to get full custody of her kids for no reason. And that's why she was calling Morgan and trying to figure out what's going on. And also, Danielle let Morgan know that she was attending Ashley's event. But Morgan sent back steaming hot the whole time. I said, Lord have mercy. Speaking of Ashley's event, Ashley had an event where she had like a wellness camp center station set up for all the girls. Because she's been super exhausted lately, so she set up a thing where vendors would come and they would tell what their business and stuff was. It was really nice to see. I was like, oh, this is nice. So at one point, Danielle and Morgan come in. They hug each other, but it's kind of awkward and weird. Morgan clearly does not want to talk to Danielle. And so, yeah. So after that, Megan pulls Ashley off to the side because she got a bone to pick with Ashley. Apparently, Ashley at the podcast with Four kept saying how nasty and disturbing and ugly and all this stuff was. And Megan was feeling some kind of way about it. She was just like, why did you call my event that, et cetera, et cetera. She was just like, no, I called him that. I called him that. I'm like, Ashley, please, child. Anyway, what was I saying? Megan said back to Ashley, she was just like, well, I heard that you got brothels going on the weekends. Now that cut Ashley deep. Because in my mind, Ashley is all about image. Ashley is all about having people to portray that perfect family image. And when Megan said that, Ashley was hot, but she couldn't move her face because of the work. But Ashley was hot when Morgan said that. Not Morgan, when Megan said that to her. That she got a brothel on the weekends. Well, how would I know? Well, how would y'all know? What are y'all talking about? Like, my kids and nanny and husband just be here. I ain't got no brothel or nothing like that. She was just like, oh, I'm done with you. I'm done. And Megan was like, well, be done. Okay, what else was going on? Megan, Nikki, Morgan, they meet up without Danielle. Megan basically told Morgan that you owe Danielle an explanation as to why you haven't been talking to her. I understand you going through your own stuff, but you can at least text somebody back. Danielle, she was quite emotional this episode. It was hard to see. Because Danielle and Morgan are, they've just been portraying their tough side. And so you can tell that Danielle really care about Morgan. For sure. You can definitely tell that. So anyway, the ladies meet up, and Danielle got emotional. Not the lady. Danielle got emotional. What am I skipping? No. Okay, so Morgan and Danielle meet up. Danielle's emotional as soon as she hit down the table because they've been rocking together for 7+ years, her and Morgan. And she just can't understand for the life of her why she's been ignoring me. And Morgan was just like, oh, well, I've been going through my own stuff. But why did you keep showing up at Ashley's events? Like, that's the main reason I've been ignoring you. Danielle was just like, she invited me to this event for autism to help the kids. What are you talking about? What's her name? Morgan is paranoid. She's definitely paranoid because of this ex-husband, and just everything that she's going through in life, and she's kind of taking it out on Danny, for sure. But Danny don't deserve that. Morgan, I like you and stuff, but we gonna pray for you. We is, because when you were sitting there talking to Danny, your eyes the whole time and just looking at her, it's almost like somebody done took over your being or something. I don't know. We're gonna pray for your sister, Sister Soldier, Sister Morgan. Because, child, next week I think is the season finale. It's a mess. Hopefully I didn't slur my words on any of this, nothing like that, guys, because I am actually really tired, trying not to go to sleep. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google+. Follow me at Skins on Instagram and Twitter, at Skins89 on Snapchat, Chase King on Facebook, Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal and TikTok. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. I'll see you guys later.